Okay, so if you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw this video last night on Facebook. It was a real quick, simple green screen. What I did was I just pulled out, the basics to go ahead and do a real quick chroma key because I haven't done the chroma key stuff in a long time. So it used to be, let me just real quick with a disclaimer here. It used to be in the days gone by that you had to have a lot of expensive equipment to be able to do all of this stuff. But since those days are long gone, you can actually get away with some pretty. I mean, you can do this for $50, $100, under $100, easy. I do have, and I did buy several years ago. I've got a couple of prosumer cameras that cost me, I don't know, about $3,000 a piece. I've got the light kits that cost, several hundreds of dollars. The portable chroma key studio kits with the stands and the whole 9 yards. But what I wanted to do was just really kind of demonstrate how you don't really need all of that stuff in order to do a good chroma key. Now, there's a couple of key things that you need to pull off a good chroma key. Number one is you need lighting. If you're going to do any kind of photography or video at all, you need good lighting. Okay, but you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on that nowadays. The other thing you're going to need is software. So in this example, I'm using iMovie on my Mac computer. Now, I do have Final Cut Pro, and I also, for PC, I have what used to be known as Sony Vegas. It's now Magic's product, and those guys, they're a little upper end software. So there's number one, there's a big learning curve there, but number two, it affords you to do a lot of really, really cool stuff that the basic applications won't let you do, like iMovie. But now, I haven't looked, but I think there's even apps out there that you can use on your phones, on both Android and Apple, that will allow you to do chroma key as well. So, I mean, it's really pretty simple nowadays to do this. And as long as, the thing I found with iMovie is if you've got a good chroma key to start with, you're probably going to be okay because it does a really good job on its own. So what I want to point out here is there's a couple things like here. Let me see if I can, there, we'll leave it there. You can see here, and you can see here, and you can see some over here. And so what I need to do is I probably just need to pull this, this backdrop down and iron it, especially right here to get rid of this. But so the whole purpose for doing this was to show you how you can chroma key on a budget, and I'm going to walk you through how to do it. What I did was I just over here, I went over to my backgrounds and I pulled this down here, and I dropped it down here, and then I went over to my media, and I've already scrubbed through all of this and found the different transition points where I want the different stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it. You're not going to see anything, any of these backdrops, because I haven't enacted the chroma yet and I haven't cropped it. So you'll see I have a wall here, and all I did was basically just thumbtack a chroma key background right to the wall, and that was it. So let's get back to what you need. First of all, you need a backdrop. You can go to Walmart, go over to maybe a fabric store or something, and get this color fabric, and I don't know, probably get like a 6x9 or something like that. This is a smaller piece, but I think my full chroma screen is like a 6x9 or a 10 by, I don't, it's pretty big. That affords you the opportunity to be able to move around a little bit more. But this is just a simple demonstration. So go over to Walmart or a fabric section, spend, I don't know, 10, 20 bucks or something, get yourself a backdrop. The next thing you need is lights. Now, you don't need to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on lights. You can go to Home Depot and get some construction lights. Those lights they have on stands, just make sure they have the LED ones, or the ultimate bright white lights, because you don't want anything that's like your light bulbs that have tungsten, because tungsten gives off a yellow tint and it'll destroy your video. You need ultra bright white lights to be able to pull this off. You'll need a couple of them because you'll need one on each side. In my case, I have more lighting. I have some lighting that I have down on the floor. What you want to do is you're trying to differentiate yourself from your backdrop. And you see some shadowing here. This will ultimately kill your chroma key as well. Okay, so you've got now your backdrop, you've got your lights, and your software. Now I'm doing this, like I said, in iMovie, but you'll have to research what software that you're going to use. If you've got a decent chroma key, like I said, you'll be able to pull off a pretty decent product in iMovie. If you're going to do high-end stuff, you'll probably need some higher-end editing software that will allow you to kind of zoom in here, and you'll be able to, scrub a little bit better and do a better job with the lines. But, for hobby, this is great. All right, so you've got your backdrop, you've got your lights, and you've got your editing software. Now you need a camera. Guys, I shot this on my iPhone, okay? I didn't break out the high dollar cameras or any of that. This was shot, I put my iPhone on a tripod, hit the record button, and then edited the part until I got in front of the green screen, just cut that out, and I cut out at the end where I killed the camera as well. So then, because I have cloud-based, whatever I record on my iPhone is available immediately on my Mac, and it just works really good for me. I love Mac. I've been converted over to Mac. A friend of mine converted me over to Mac many, many years ago, and I've never looked back. Okay, so there you go. Now, so how do we do the chroma key thing? Well, that's the fun part, because you'll see that I have the backdrop behind me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just come up here and click on this. And I'll change this to green/blue screen, and now you'll see that and it's hard to tell right now in the backdrop, but you'll notice my backdrop here kind of changed a little bit. All the wrinkles and everything went away, because now what it's done is it's keyed out that green fabric that I have, and it's using whatever it is that I have down here in my secondary part of the timeline. So what it's keying, what it's showing you is this green backdrop that I went and pulled from my backdrops, okay? I did that for a reason. I did that so that, because it's just easier for me to be able to scrub through the timeline and find my different transition points. So now, look, before I go any further, what I want to do is I want to show you, we'll turn that off. Back to my screen. When I'm talking now, what it's doing is it's picking up everything on the primary timeline. So I'm just going to play this little thing, and you'll see that just watch. Maybe something like this. Okay. So you see it didn't actually change because I haven't chroma keyed out my backdrop. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Go back and do this. Okay. And now you'll see that green backdrop back there. Now watch what happens when I play through, and anything that the green backdrop, the blanket or the screen that I had back there, is going to be showing what's on the secondary timeline. Watch. Quick to something, I don't know, maybe something like this. Okay. And you can see. So now, and it's actually a pretty decent chroma key. It's pretty good. But here's the problem. We still don't have a full set, because you'll see that I have these white lines on either side of me. That is what we need to get rid of. So how we're going to do that? Well, all right. What we're going to do is you'll see on each corner here. Now there's a couple of ways I could do this. I could go over here and I could crop, okay? And what happens when I crop, you'll see that I'm actually up against a wall here. And here's a picture that I have up here and some decorations. Part of it's kind of hanging down in here. Like I said, I just plastered that up against a wall in the house. And so whatever's on that wall I have cropped out, you can see. Okay, you can do it that way, or you can come over here and you'll see that I can grab a hold on these corners. I can just kind of grab a hold of this and I can kind of crop it over so that the whole set now is keying out what we don't want. Okay. And now, look at there. That looks pretty good. That looks really good. So let's see how it looks now. Like this. Wow. See that? That was pretty quick and pretty easy, huh? It's really not a whole lot to this stuff, guys. Like I said, this particular setup, I shot the video with my iPhone. I've got, I don't know, a $15 or $20 piece of fabric that I got over at Walmart. I've got a couple of construction lights that cost me, I think, 20 bucks a piece. And iMovie. And now you'll see that we have a pretty good chroma key all the way through. Okay. It's not bad. Yeah, you can see. I mean, you can still see up here around my hair. You can still see. But you know, that's easy to do. I could probably, what I could actually do is I could probably, now see, there's that section and there's bad lighting down there. You can see that. Okay. But what I can do is I can probably come over here and maybe crop a little bit of this. Now let's see what happens here. I made myself bigger. I wanted to go the other way, actually, is what I wanted to do. So I want to enlarge this a little bit. Okay. And you can see I changed a little bit. But I mean, it for the most part, it's a pretty good chroma key. And you can check it against all the backdrops. And this is just stuff that I brought in here from my media. Now let me show you. I'm going to show you for an example here real quick. Just let's come over here. Let's just run this down here. Because I'm going to show you what happens if now you can see with this backdrop, again, breaking out the old, you can see here these areas that are bad light. You can see that. So it's going to depend on the backdrop as to what you're able to see as well. Okay. So I mean that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm going to go ahead now and end this, and I'm going to show you. Stick around, because right now what's going to happen next is you're going to see the actual video, the test video that I did. I'm just going to go ahead and adapt it so you can see exactly what I did here. But anyway, it's really not that hard, man. All you got to do is play around with it a little bit, and don't be afraid. So anyway, that's all I got. And thanks for watching this part of the video. Stick around, because now you're going to see the full video. Hey everyone, so what I'm doing here is playing around a little bit with the chroma key. Not sure how I have the lights set up yet. Just kind of breaking back into the things again. Breaking out the old green screen or chroma key or whatever it is. And so I'm going to change the background real quick to something, I don't know, maybe something like this. And you can see the setting behind me is now changed. Just working on getting the backdrop straight. I don't know, maybe we can put a background of a city scene or something. Let's take a look at this and see how that looks. Like I said, I've still got to play with the lighting. I see a little bit of shadow casting on me back in here. right over in here, so I may have to adjust that a little bit. I don't know. We're going to find out. It's been a while since I've messed around with the chroma key thing, and I just thought it'd be fun to go ahead and start it back up again. You know, I'm going to try a different backdrop. Let's see what that looks like. Pretty cool, I think. But I have all kinds of stuff that I can use. I can put in anything. I have all kinds of royalty-free stuff that I have from when I was hot and hardcore into the video stuff. And I have a bunch of stuff that I shot that I can put back there. You know, maybe some action scene or something, I don't know. But anyway, this is just a trial, just to see how it turns out. So thanks for watching, and we'll see how it comes out.